Hello and welcome to my channel. My name is Linda from lindaspapercraft.co.uk and welcome to Coffee and Card. It's June 2024 and we're using Hooray for surprises, and I've tried to just use a stamp set. I have done a little bit of fussy cutting, but mostly I've used the stamp set for this month, and we are in week 2, and there are some dies that go with the set, but I just love the sentiments and I thought it was a really good standalone stamp set. So keep costs down. If you wanted to upgrade to get the dies you could, but I think it works really well on its own too. So card number 2, so You're the Best. And then I've put You're Simply Amazing inside and added some little hearts. And these 2 pieces of designer series paper are from the Delightful Floral designer series paper, which is an online exclusive, which is still available. It's been available for quite a while now, but it is really nice, and it's still on the website. So it's always worth checking with the online exclusives. They've got some gorgeous stuff. Right, so I use the basket weave embossing folder on this one, and on today's I'm going to use the 3D timber embossing folder, which is this one. So I think it's a bit more subtle, and this is the effect, so you can see it is a little bit more subtle than the first one, but I think it works well, and I've already done that, so I don't have to wander off to the big machine and do that. So, and here's our little pack of stuff. So you've got a brain is going Pretty Peacock card front, and then this is Granny Apple Green. No, that's old Olive. Where's my Granny Apple Green gone? Yeah, it is Granny Apple Green, and then this is Lemon Lime Twist. So any of the greens will work with this, or you could go some, if you don't have the Pretty Peacock, you can go something neutral, like even a early espresso would look really nice, and that would stand out with these. But any green I think would work. Have a play with what you've got if you haven't got the colours I'm using. Right, so Pretty Peacock, you've got a little circle and a banner, which isn't, you're going to cut it in half to get that effect, okay? And then, so a rectangle of the designer series paper to do the middle bit, and then another one of the same designer series paper to go the back, and I've wrapped it round the card front, okay? So sort of faux ribbon it, and then some basic white in an envelope, so the basic white's going inside. So let's do our stamping first. So we need our circle, put these out of the way, and our basic white. Okay, so, and you can choose whatever sentiment you want. I'm going to stick with what I used before, so I'm going to start again with my Pretty Peacock, and I'm just going to stamp the middle of the circle. Okay, so sort of reaching up so I can see I'm in the middle. Obviously you'll be able to get your head over the top because you won't have a massive lighting camera in front of you. Put that to one side, and then the sentiment inside I've used You Are Simply Amazing. So in this country we've got exam results coming up in August, so hopefully we're going to be issuing some of these. There we go. And then I just thought I'd decorate that with a few little hearts on the inside using this little stamp here. Okay, so there we go. Let's see what I did. So we're going to stick the same, probably. So just one there, one sort of over there, and then another one just in the middle at the bottom there. So just give it a lift. Okay, and that's our stamping done on this card. So I'll stick this down in the middle, and then let's close the ink pad first, Linda. So just gonna ooh, phew, I lost the banner. Found it. All right. Right, okay, so we're still waiting for summer here in the UK. Although the sun is trying to come out on the today, I'm filming. Hopefully a sign of things to come, although I doubt it. It has been quite wet of late. There we go. So that's the middle done. Now we need to do the front. So we start with our emboss piece, so whatever you've decided to emboss it with. And then I am going to glue that across the middle. And I'm going to use my grid paper to make sure that I'm straight. Might be a bit higher than the middle. Randomly sticking glue on. Okay, so I'm lining my piece up with the grid paper here, and then I'm going to line up. That is a bit higher than I wanted. Let's bring it down as far as we can. Still no glue, still no glue. Fabulous, there we go. And then I'm just going to adjust it so it's lining up with that grid line. Okay, and then I'm going to turn it over. Put some glue on both sides. See, I think this is one of the embossing folders that really does work both ways, so I could have put it either way up. So I'm just putting some glue on my tabs there and then folding them back. And to be honest, I found the easiest way, the best way to get a nice neat result actually. I did try scoring my designer series paper, but to be honest, you've got to be very careful scoring designer series paper because it's thinner than normal card, and also you can never get it just exactly where you want it. Give you a few measurements actually while we're here. So I know this is 14.4 by 10 and this is 4 centimeters by 15. I made it so I've got stuff to go in the back, and then this is 6.5 by 11. So those are the sizes. If you didn't catch that, you can always rewind and listen again. I think that's the way up. I've got some leaves coming down, but I think I've got more leaves going up, so I'm going to stick with that. And this I'm literally just going to glue on as well. So nice and simple this week. We've got a couple of complicated ones coming up. Gosh, it's a few days since I did all my designing, so can't quite remember what we've got coming up. Okay, so there we go. Just going to ooch that a bit. So it doesn't really, you've got wiggle room with wet glue. So I'm happy with that. And then as you can see on there, the banner here is longer than the banner I've got. So what I did was I took a pair of scissors, which are over here, excuse my arm, and I literally chopped it. Okay, you can cut two and sort of do them overlapping, but I tend to just do one. Okay, put those scissors back, and then I'm just going to, that's what I was getting a ruler, one without a cork backing, because I want it to lie flat on what I'm doing. Okay, so, and I'm going to stick these onto the card, not onto the sentiment. The sentiment's up on dimensionals. Right, so here goes. That's one. And I am going to put that in the middle, about there. So we've got probably a centimetre so over there, and then again using my grid paper. The grid paper is in the catalogue and it is really useful thing to have for measuring whether or not you're straight, and I really am not straight. Nearest, damn it. Will do. So I'm just going to hold that there and use it to position this one. And again, about a centimetre over. There we are. And just stick those down. And then I'm going to grab my dimensionals. And that's going to go on there. And then you would never know that that isn't a continuous banner. So, one in the middle and then 4 around the outside. 1, 2, looks like a smiley face. 3, 4. So really simple layout. You can use any designer series paper, any embossing folder. You could use ribbon maybe instead of this bit, or do ooh, let me get this. Oh, it doesn't want to come off. Or some embossed card. There's that bit. So the world is your oyster, as they say, or the world is your lobster, as someone I used to know says. Right, there we go. And then that piece just needs sticking on the front. And we're done. So hope you've enjoyed this. Please do a thumbs up. And if you haven't already subscribed to my channel, please do so. If you want. All helps the algorithm. I do try and get back and reply to all your comments. It might not be the same day, but I shall do my best. There we go. Okay, so that's card 2 in the bag. I hope you've enjoyed this and I shall speak to you soon. Bye.